Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing gear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kingston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with it. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today's special guest is a musician all the way from, I think it's London. We're going to find out, but I think we're going to say England for right now, but I do believe it's London. And without further ado, she's a awesome musician on TikTok. I found her playing on the streets the other day, and I'm saying she's doing a great job. I want to just introduce her. And without further ado, please give it up for Miss Amy Alex. Amy Alex. Welcome to the show, Amy. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm good, thanks. And I was talking to my friend, and I think you spoke to her. She's part of my management, Christine. And we were just saying, like, dolphins are just so clever, but they're also a bit evil as well. Have you heard about this?
Yes. They have a wild streak in them, and it's crazy how like you said, how smart they are. They've been known to. I've been on a boat out in the bay in the Gulf, and on the west side of Florida. That's the Gulf side. We're out on the boat, and you can see, like, if you wear the right sunglasses, they're polarized. And you can see through the water. You can see the fish and stuff. And all of a sudden there's, I don't know, 5 or 6 dolphins. And they're swimming. And they go, I had a GoPro. And I stuck it in the water. And they just kind of went under the boat. And it's like they knew they were being filmed. So they were like took their time. Like, what's up? You know? And then.
That's so smart.
And then, like, if they went under the boat and they were going away from us. And then one on the far right broke away, and he came around, and I swear, I didn't get this on film, but I swear to you, he was like, "What's up?" Like he was doing like this, like we're just trying to swim through here, and you gotta be like
telepathically.
They do.
Not telepathically. Not what is it?
It's like sonar.
Sonar.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's it's almost like a level of, I always think of it as, have you seen the film Limitless?
I have not seen that, no.
What about the film Lucy?
I have seen that.
Yeah, where they unlock the extra potential in the brain. I always think dolphins are almost like, they know something we don't. Like, they've got access to another form of communication and like another sort of I don't know how you'd explain it, behind the veil of a bit. They're almost like a level above us. They're a bit alien, really. It's crazy.
We had a dolphin over in Clearwater. It had a prosthetic tail.
Really?
Did you ever see it? Have you ever seen Dolphin Tail? It's a movie.
No. I forgot the. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. I forgot her name. I gotta look it up. Hold on a second. Some people are like, "Why would you forget this dolphin's name?" Let's see. She just passed away a couple years ago. But is this like a SeaWorld dolphin or?
So what happened was, they found her in they found her wrapped up with I guess it was she was caught in a trap, and she was severely hurt. She was transported to the Clearwater Marine Hospital, And it was. I'm still not seeing the dolphin's name, and it's like a common name. I can't. Oh my gosh.
I think I do know what you mean. I think I've seen
Yeah,
something
it's like
about
like
this
you said, like
before.
Lucy or Dolly or something. I don't know what. But
Yeah.
really cool. And she was in this. She was in this like it was like a hospital, but it was like an aquarium there,
Mm.
and
Hmm.
and they kept her in there, and she was awesome. We did get to see her one time, so
Oh.
it was really cool. And then oh, her name is Winter. I'm so sorry, but
Oh.
her name is Winter, and they found her and they took her to this, and so the back fin, the main
Mm, mm.
fin was like hurt, and they amputated it, and so
Oh,
they put her
bless.
like they put her a prosthetic, like the back fin on it, and she swam around like there was nothing, like it was all
How
good.
amazing that they
And
can
it
do
was it
that.
was cool. But it's a
I
great
love
movie.
hearing stories like that.
Yeah,
It's
it's a great
oh,
movie.
that's the plot of the movie.
That's the whole,
Oh.
and it's based on a true story. So everything that I mean, they probably Hollywoodized it a little bit. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna throw this in here just so people don't,
I'd have to
that
watch that.
they'll stay intrigued. But it's called Dolphin Tale, yeah.
I've just got
But
it up on Google. I'll watch it later. It's on
yeah,
Prime.
yeah. Her name's Winter, and she was something to see. And it was like you were saying celebrities earlier. It was like that, when I saw her, and we had just seen the movie before we went over there, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's her.
It's
That's
the one, yeah.
yeah.
I
It's
felt the
like
same when we saw obviously this was years and years before all the bad stuff came out about SeaWorld, so we didn't know at the time. But I did go to SeaWorld when I was about 10. Um and it was when they had Shamu.
yes,
Yeah, so we did see Shamu oh years and years and years and years ago. So that kind of was the same. But yeah, it's sad when they're in captivity, isn't it? It's not a life
yeah.
for them. But the dolphin story sounds like a good one. Dolphin
It's
Hospital.
a yeah, it's a good one, and it's like I said, it's like it's a good story to kind of let everybody know that, like, hey, look, you can make a change, and
Yeah.
you can help make animals better by doing this or eliminating that, and it
Real.
was cool. It was cool. It was one of those things where I didn't know if I was going to like it. You see the movies, and you're like, okay, it's about a dolphin, but you don't have that connection. Then when you watch it, you're like, oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Well, they think now that the they may not have to use prosthetics in the future as well because there is I've been doing I love reading about stuff like this. I'm a big Reddit reader and get very fixated on topics. I
Hmm.
had read or seen somewhere that the they are really making advancements with stem cell research, and they think that within the next 100 years, we will be able to just regrow limbs, which is
Yeah,
insane,
yeah,
absolutely insane.
yeah.
I was actually, I discovered that because I was watching a video on somewhere about how and I don't know, don't take this as gospel because I can't remember it word for word, but they've been studying whale cells uh, when looking into curing cancers because they'd looked at whales, and obviously whales have really long lifespans and they are massive, so they've got loads of cells in them anyway, but they rarely
Right.
get cancers. So they were studying whale cells to see the differences between whale and human cells to see if they could kind of implement that with humans.
Right.
Um, and I can't remember it word for word, but it was so interesting. They basically found that whale cells have they repair like DNA in a way that
Right.
human cells can't. I'd have to look into it more, but yeah, I just thought that was so interesting that they can potentially look at the cells of
Yeah.
a whale to help cure cancer in the long run. And then they were talking
Yeah.
about stem cells, and yeah, very very interesting. I could talk about it for hours, but I know I
Well,
don't want to consume the whole chat with it.
well, you were saying something about SeaWorld earlier. Did you see the documentary about the Blackfish documentary?
I remember, I think I watched it when it came out years ago, and I was
Well,
quite horrified.
well, you know the big whale they were talking about that actually was that killed Don, the trainer at
Yes, yeah, I
SeaWorld.
did watch
So
it. Yeah.
that's Tilikum. He just I think he just
Yes.
that whale just died a couple years ago. Um, if you look, you have to Google this up. But if you look up Tilikum and you look up, I think it's his family tree. That's one of the reasons why he was so popular. Is there's a breeding tree and it's got him at the top and it's got like
Hmm.
there's like five or six other whales that boom 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 that he
Oh,
was like
wow.
and it goes like six or five or six and it goes like this whale this female had four or five calves and then this uh, female had one, this female had two, this and then it keeps
Yeah.
going and that they had and so it was like he was like the ultimate breeder. Like that's all they kept. That's what they kept him for.
Oh,
He
oh, it's
was like
sad, isn't
a
it?
it is, and that's the only reason
Very
why they
sad.
kept him was because he was able to produce these whales that made them a lot of money. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. This is
But
horrible. I can't watch stuff like that anymore because it's like you see them in swimming around in these little tiny tanks with like, they've been in there for like 20 years. And realistically, like, what can I do as a
yeah,
British woman? Like, what can I do apart from sign a petition? So I just, it's just sad. I obviously
right.
didn't know any of that when we visited. I don't think any of
No,
us knew.
no, nobody
Um,
knew. Nobody knew that was going
when
on.
because it was many years ago. I'm 27 now, and I went when
Yeah,
I was about 11. So
yeah,
none of it was kind of for all we knew. They were all the animals were treated really well, um, and we saw like the whale show and everything, and it didn't even occur to any of us like, oh, this might not be great for them. So yeah, so we were all a bit ashamed when it all came out that we'd
yeah,
been and enjoyed the park. But
yeah.
I guess like, you never know about these places, do you? What's going on
No,
behind the scenes?
no, and you never do, and that's one of the biggest keys to all these things in captivity. And I mean, and don't get me
Mm,
wrong, I love a good zoo. I like
yeah,
aquariums and stuff. And I get it if the animal is endangered and like their survival rate of where they are because of human inhabitants where we're taking over their
yeah,
ecosystem or whatever, and that's the only way they're going to survive. Well, I mean, my God, that's exactly what we got to do to keep them alive.
yeah,
But
for real.
I don't know. It's changed, and they've done a great job about changing some different things. I think in 10 years, SeaWorld will be just another amusement park. It will get rid of all the aquatic stuff. They
Good.
might have some fish tanks here and there or whatever, but they'll probably do away with all the shows that you see,
Mm,
especially once the whales end up going and dying off because they've been there forever they'll just take all that out and make that another roller coaster or something. I
I hope so.
that's my luck. I mean my thought on it. But I mean, and that wouldn't be that's not a bad thing if they just change everything because
Yeah.
you put another roller coaster in and that's what people go there for a lot of times anyways.
Exactly. And no living creatures are being used
Yeah,
for
entertainment
entertainment.
value,
So,
right?
but I get what you
Exactly.
mean. Like, I totally agree with you that, if a zoo is just bringing in animals just for entertainment, not great. If they're doing it for the welfare of the animal and because they
Right.
can't survive in the wild,
Right.
then yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay. But
exploiting animals like that is not it's not on my top of my list. So it's not like
yeah,
and I'm not an activist or anything, but I do believe that people. I mean, I think it's cool that all these years we could go watch Shamu jump, but then you
yeah,
realize. But I guess that's part of the style that you didn't know anything about it. Like you're
yeah,
like, oh
definitely.
look, he's happy. He's giving him some fish, and he looks happy. But then you realize you start seeing like on Blackfish, you start seeing all the behaviors or
Well, you don't
when
see the behind the scenes, do you, when you're
no
a tourist? You just kind
no
of you assume that the higher powers that
yeah
own these places
yeah
have enough money and resources to give these animals a nice life, and you just assume as a punter, as I would put it, that if it's up and running and no one shut it down, there's clearly not a problem with it. But
Exactly.
yeah, as you get older, you just realize like there's a lot of corrupt people running the world, isn't there? So
And another thing is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be one of those trainers.
well,
Like that
they
was,
make it sound so
oh
so
yeah, I
appealing, don't
mean,
they? So
and what are they doing? They'll take a child and they'll go, "Hey, do you want to help me feed this animal?" And there's this connectivity
yeah,
between you and
yeah.
this wild animal, and you're like, "Man, I would love to do that when I get older." And
And
then
then they show you films like Free Willy, and it's like
yeah, yeah,
just dream come
e-
true for a kid, isn't it?
exactly.
It's like,
And you're just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but then you see all the stuff that you don't see. And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of different places that do the same thing. I mean, you might think that. I mean, when I worked at Disney, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. It was
Oh,
there
I
was
bet.
there were some bad days I had, and that's just because it's life and that's what happens. But it's not every day is gonna be perfect, and so anything else you do in your life is gonna be the same way. I mean, there's gonna be days you could think you had the perfect job, and there's gonna be one day you're gonna hate it. I don't care what you
Oh,
do,
definitely. I
you
can't,
know.
there's days where I'm all happy-go-lucky on stream, but there's days where I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to go home. This is awful. I hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But there's days that I love as well. But
right,
there's days where I'll go out and it'll be a super quiet day, and you might make like £10.
yeah,
And it's like, what am I even here for? What am I even doing this for? I've been performing for 3 hours, and
yeah,
I've made a tenner. But then you have brilliant days that balance it out. But
yeah,
I think people look at social media creators and think, oh my God, they're so lucky. Like they've got the dream life. They don't have to work very hard, but the reality is a lot different. And
right,
I do a lot of unpaid work as well. I spend hours and hours and hours in the evening, making backing tracks, arranging all song compositions,
yeah,
editing videos, all of it totally unpaid. And it's hard bloody work. And you will know this from also being a creative and having to go away and edit everything. It's so time consuming. And I'm not complaining. I love my
no,
job, but I'm just
no,
and I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. But yeah, it's extremely taxing at times, and it's not as easy as
yeah.
people might think from just thinking, oh, she just live streams for 2 hours and then done with.
They don't want to see how the sausage is made. They want to eat the sausage is what I've always said. So like they don't care
Absolutely,
about
yeah.
all the stuff that's being put in, the time, the effort, the long hours that you strive to do. And I was going to say,
Mm,
those days that it seems like it's slow, the biggest thing is consistency. You're out there every day, and you want to.
yeah.
That's why I coach as well, and I'm like I tell our
Mm,
kids, look, you're going to do this. I know it gets tiring. I know you're doing the same thing every day. It gets monotonous, but guess what? You got to do it. You got to keep doing it because that's how you
absolutely.
get better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just practice, practice, practice.
yeah,
Consistency is key. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what made you want to do this? Like, what made Amy? What you wanted to go out and just perform in front of people? Obviously, you can't just to be and performing for people in public like that. You can't be a shy person. So, what was
Um,
something that made you want to do that?
I used to be a very, very shy person, and I was when I first started doing this. I've always loved music, always loved performing. My mum's got a beautiful singing voice, but she's quite shy. My dad is more of an extrovert, and he's been in bands and performed in his youth, but they never pursued it past hobby when they were younger. So I've always had it, in my blood and loved it, but I didn't pursue it until I was in my early 20s. I actually went through school and college and university and did graphic design and art, and that's the
That's
path
cool.
that I was going down. But then when I went to university, I know it's all flipped round. So in Britain, it's you go to university after college, so you're
Hmm.
about 18, I think, when you go to university, 17, 18.
Okay.
And that's like the final run. So I went to university to do graphic design, and it was around the time that COVID hit. So
Right.
everything went online. It was just crap, for lack of a
Oh
better
wow.
word, rubbish, and I just hated it. I didn't find any joy in the course that I was doing, and I was so bored that I started going to, with the few places that were still open during COVID, I started going to open mic nights, and I just met fellow creatives. I met a girl, and we called Leona, and we got on like a house on fire, and we she invited me to come street performing with her because she did it as a full-time job, and I just went because it just sounded like fun, and then I just loved it. I said, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do my course anymore, and I tried to appeal to my mum. I said I hate it. Like, she probably wasn't best pleased at the time that I wanted to drop out of my studies to become a
Right.
street performer, but at the end of the day, she said, look, you got to do what makes you happy. And I said, trust me, Mum, I've got a 5-year plan. Just please trust me. Got a plan. And, thankfully she did. And I said, I'm not just going to be performing on the street. I'm going to, I've started my social media. I'm going to build this up. I've got this idea to bring all these income streams in. And
Yeah.
I just need you to have a little faith in me. And I've just, gradually just built it up over the past 5 years. It'll be 5 years this year, and I've gone from just kind of having a really crappy speaker singing on the street to building this audience online, daily live streams. Writing my own music, starting to go from streets into stage shows, and it's still a work in progress. But I'm just
Yeah.
taking every day as it comes, and my aim is not fame anymore. It was when I
Yeah.
was a bit younger, and I don't know. I just kind of just playing it by ear and just
Yeah.
seeing what happens, seeing where the universe takes me, and I think there'll always be something to fall back on because you can monetize off anything these days, can't you?
True. Oh
So if
yeah.
it doesn't work out long term, then I'll just figure it out as I go. But I'm
Well,
hoping it works out long term.
yeah, and I think you're on the right track. I think you're doing what you need to do to kind of keep continuously putting stuff out there, new stuff. I like how you like people can request stuff. I like how you do that. How you they'll say, hey, I need you, hey, play this or whatever, and that gets people to tune in because they want to hear you sing it, obviously, or they wouldn't have said, hey, I need you to sing this for me. But you can go on different places, and I've kind of just jump in, like I'll just do like Russian roulette. I'll just pick a stream, and I don't know how we got brought together with Twitter, or I mean a TikTok. But but all of a sudden you're on my feed, and I'm like, wow, this girl can, yeah, hi Amy, and you can
So,
sing. You really can sing it,
thank
and
you.
I think that people, it's bizarre, but it's so cool that we live in a world now where, like, there's no way in a million years I would have ever met you.
Yeah,
Just
it's
being in the world that I lived in before
But to
social
be
media.
able to just watch somebody
Right.
live right then and there, like how the hell does that work? That's
Right.
crazy.
And it's
Just yeah,
I
mental.
just think if everybody kind of like took a moment and just went through and just kind of like we were talking about negative comments earlier about don't read the comments, but but there's a time where, like, why can't people just celebrate people? Why can't they be like, look, this person's putting in the time, they're doing such a great job. Look, they can type in great job, and they don't really have to mean it, but that doesn't mean that that's not going to motivate that person to do better or
Yeah.
keep doing.
I'll
It's
never understand it. I'll never understand why people say mean things online.
no,
I think, I've questioned it for years, but I think at the end of the day,
yeah,
it's just a projection of their own unhappiness,
yeah,
99% of the time. And it's still hard to understand knowing that because, I've been in some very unhappy places, but never, ever, ever would I take that out on a stranger online. So
true,
it's still
true.
difficult to understand, but it does come from a place of projection for sure.
Now, don't get me wrong. You can take that negative response that somebody has sent to you, and you can turn that you can spin it into a positive win for yourself. And that happens all the time. People don't always start off the way they are. Eventually, they need a little push, and
Yeah.
so there'll be people like there's in the States here. There's several athletes that I do a lot of sports and entertainment, but I do more sports, but I love
Yeah.
covering the entertainment part. So that's where you come in.
Well, I
But
checked out. I was obviously looking at your page. I saw that you mostly
a lot of sports.
interview athletes. Yeah.
Right, but there's a lot of stuff that you can learn from sports, and people don't really take in consideration that, like, look, there's a lot of similarities between sports and life, and if you
Yeah.
do things one way or do things this way, it can have a big impact on how you do things, how you live your life. We have at our high school, the football team, we have this rule. We call it the number one rule, and it's focus on the next play. And so that doesn't have to be, and I've always said this, it doesn't have to be in sports. It can be in your life when you have something going on that, like, you wake up and you're having a good day and you're like, all right, and you kind of harp on that. I had a great morning, but then the rest of your day is crap or something happens. Well, you can't harp on that good thing just like you can't harp on the bad things. Like, say the roles were reversed. You had a bad morning. Well, you can still make your day better by turning that negativity into something positive. And I think if everybody kind of just took a step back, took a deep breath, and said, "Look, this is something I could do every day," and it makes sense when you think about it. You're like, look, we tell our kids, "Hey, you score a touchdown. In soccer, you score a goal. In football, right? And people don't win by just scoring one time. They have to score multiple times. Sometimes they can, but I'm just saying, everybody's like, yeah, we scored, but we still lost the game. Well, then that score doesn't matter anymore because you didn't win the game. So we always put that emphasis on how important things are when you don't focus on the next play. And
That's a really good way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't say I've never been very much into my sports, but my mum and my sister are very, they're very sporty, athletic. My sister is a brilliant netball player. She was on some of like the UK teams and such, but she's really damaged her, is it her ACL ligament?
ACL or
so
MCL.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not very knowledgeable on it, but she's got to have a surgery because she can't do sports until she's got that. Anyway, so she's my mum and my sister are very sporty, and my mum's been watching the Winter Olympics at the moment. So I've been dragged into watching that as well. I was watching the what is it, the luge or the one where they go down on their stomachs. I was like, that all day, like, what? Look, I said one wrong move, and they're literally they could break their back. Terrifying.
Yeah.
So, but she's getting me into sports. I've never been so into it, but I can watch the football when or as you call it, soccer, when it's the World Cup or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It's a little more. So a lot of people, it's the same way with other sports around here. Like in the States, we play baseball. That's our thing. It's American pastime, they call it. A lot of people don't, unless they're going to a game. Like we can go to games all the time, but unless they're going to a game, like literally going to the game, they won't watch it on TV because there's so many games. There's like 160 games, right? So they're like,
I like the idea of baseball. We don't have that over here.
Oh yeah, it's
at all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's something that's different. And just when you think I know all the rules, you don't know all the rules. It's like you learn something every time that you either watch a game or you're watching it. Like I do the announcing for our high school team, and there's stuff I learn all the time. It's like I'm like, how do the people write down these rules and keep them, because they keep changing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or you think, like I said, you think you know everything, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's how it works for real. Like but it's funny, but I think people.
It does look like a good game to watch. I love when you see videos of in America when is it baseball before the game they put people on the big screen. And everyone's like that. Yeah.
They do that. They do that in hockey too. The hockey games have that. Yeah. They'll have like like there's some videos where they'll do like celebrity lookalikes, and they'll find people in the stand. It'll show a celebrity photo, and then it'll show them, and it's like kind of like they're kind of close. Yeah.
I just feel like there's things that Americans do that are just so wholesome.
Yeah.
It's just so genuinely like, it's just like, I don't know, it's just wholesome. I love it.
Well, we're trying to like the NFL comes to Europe, or they'll go. I think they went to Germany last year, and they go to the UK all the time. Yeah. And they'll play, and it's so funny because if you ever watch a game that they play. And I love the British culture because they don't pick just a team, because there's not a home team over there. So it looks like what we call the Pro Bowl is like when it's like the All-Star game. You have guys from different teams, and all the teams are represented. So it's like watching the Pro Bowl at the UK.
Is this to do with the Super Bowl, or is that different?
The Pro Bowl is before the Super Bowl. And it's like,
because I don't know anything about this.
It's like an all-star game.
Okay.
They actually used to play a game, like an actual football game.
Right.
But now it's like flag football. They've kind of watered it down quite a bit, where it's not as fun to watch. But it's a big deal if you're like a 10-time Pro Bowler, then that means it's like a 10-time All-Star. You got some credential. But
yeah.
I love looking in the stands. And you see, like, there'll be somebody with like a Pittsburgh jersey, or the Cowboys, or the Dolphins. And it'd be totally random, and I just love it because it's like they just want to be there. Like, they're just like, we're here, baby. It would be like us going to a football game and like Man U, and be wearing like, oh man, I can't think of the team that. Like, I mean, you know how the clubs, they have so many different clubs.
In like the British clubs.
Yes, like Chelsea, or
like Liverpool.
Or whatever, yeah. My brother was a big, I can't think of the name of oh my gosh, he's going to kill me. I'm
trying to think of a few. Where
Everton?
Like, Everton, yeah.
Yes,
that's,
he's big.
So I don't watch so much football, but my mum's from Liverpool. So if I do watch the football, I root for Liverpool. Liverpool and Everton are like the two Liverpool teams that are rivals. Oh, why is there balloons on my screen? What's going on?
We're having a celebration.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. Something happened. It was like you got a trigger word there. I
must have triggered it. What did I say? Rivals. Liverpool.
You say celebration?
Celebration. Celebrate.
No,
Happy birthday.
That's so funny.
Random. But yeah, no, Liverpool and Everton are like the rival teams.
Gotcha.
The Blues and the Reds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a Red. I'm a Liverpool fan, if anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, over here, the MLS, the soccer club is making, like, they have a really good following over here, and it's kind of getting bigger.
Why make two stops when you could shop at two amazing stores under one roof? Visit Lollipops on Main Boutique and the Stitching Heifers in the heart of downtown Bushnell for all your clothing, accessories, and custom gear. At Lollipops on Main Boutique, you can find stylish women's and men's apparel, novelty items, and the perfect gift ideas.
The Stitching Heifers is your one-stop shop for embroidered and printed hats, custom patch hats, and trending graphic tees that can be fully customized for you, your company, or your next big event. Whether you need a single design or a whole company's worth of branded gear, they've got you covered. Come see us at 110 Bushnell Plaza in Bushnell. Shop in-store or browse online anytime at mponmaine.com and thestitchingheifers.com. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck.
Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Panasoffke's only craft beer tap room, offering 12 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beer, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and pub food. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app.
Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. CY Western Company is located in Bushnell, Florida. It's a great place for boots, clothing, gifts, and accessories for the whole family. They are a family-owned and operated business that opened in 2008. They offer free gift bagging and layaway services, and also a 10% discount for 4-H and FFA members with proof of membership. Be sure to like them on Facebook, where customers can stay updated on sales and giveaways. You can find them next to Lowry's True Value Hardware in Bushnell, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays 9 to 5. Be sure to check out CY Western Company.
Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, served at Lake Panasoffkee and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 34 years, we have strived to serve great food at good prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our wings and burgers are the best around. We have our daily specials too. We are open Wednesday through Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information.
I started kind of getting a little more attention to soccer when I started watching Ted Lasso.
Okay, I recognize that name. But is it
have you
TV
ever seen
show?
it? It's a TV show.
It rings a bell, but I can't.
It's on Apple.
What it is.
It's on Apple
Okay.
TV. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's probably like, because it's our spin on the UK.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So it's like, what it is the actor Jason Sudeikis is. From
I like
SNL.
him. Is he the main guy?
Yes, he's the main guy. So he's
Was he in We Are the Millers?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he plays Ted Lasso, who is a college football, like American football coach,
right?
And Wichita, which Wichita does not have a football. I don't think they have a football team, but anyways, it's just made up. But he went there, and the club owner and his wife they separated in a divorce, and so she got the club, and she was like. She's like, because I don't like my husband so much, I'm going to run this club in the ground. And so she hires Ted Lasso, who is a football coach in America, not a football coach in UK.
So is this set in the UK or set in America?
It is. No, it's set in the UK.
Oh, it's set in the UK. Oh, okay, got it.
And it's a fictional town, or let's see if I can pull it up real quick.
That sounds quite good, actually. I might watch that.
It's really good. But like I just started watching it a few years ago, and it was. But I was like, man, all the little towns and stuff that they're in looked really cool.
It's set like towns in Britain.
Yes, it's in. Let's see, British Soccer Club, which he lacks. He lacks knowledge and makes up for an optimism and determination and biscuits. He finds out what biscuits are.
Yes, we love our tea and biscuits here.
Yeah, he can't get enough of it. But let's see, what is the actual club name? It's called I'm
looking at the same time as you on here.
It's I can't think of the name of it, but it's AFC Richmond.
Oh yeah, just saying that at the same time as you.
Yeah.
So whereabouts is it set in London?
Let's see. Yes, it says it's production in London, but it's like, I don't know.
London's so hectic, like actual real life London. I go every now and then. It's stressful. It's kind of like the same vibe as New York, like hustle and bustle, like everyone, no time to stop.
Right.
Very, very busy. I find it quite overwhelming in London. It's the tube system is the same as the subway. I think the subway is probably bigger, but the tubes, it's very just like the carriages come every like 2 minutes. You all squish in like that, like sardines. And I don't know whether this happens in America on subways, but when you go on the London, we call it the tube, the London subways, when you've been on them, you blow your nose into a tissue and you get all like black dust coming out your nose from the pollution. Yeah, it's awful. Wow. Really bad. Like just from walking around London, you get like such pollution in your nose, and you like coughing up black powder for days. Not very nice.
Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible.
It is horrible, yeah.
But that's like out in LA. They got it's like a smog where it's very, very like very polluted because of all the. I mean, it's been that way, but I don't think it's as bad as it was. But several of our cities have been cleaned up because they're like, look, guys, this is not something we want to continue to happen or have happen.
Did you say that's in LA?
Yeah, Los Angeles. Yep, LA.
I hear a lot of people saying like it's
very
not as glamorous as it's made out to be.
No, I have a friend of mine that's from that area, and she says it's very like it's quaint. It's very like like I've never been, and I just thought I've always wanted to go, and she's like you should definitely go, and I'm like, well, I don't mind like going, but I just want to. I want to see the highlights. I don't want to go and experience.
I always think it's going to be like, well, I would hope it would be like, what you see on GTA.
Yeah, San Andreas.
That's how I picture it.
Yeah, in San Andreas, yeah. Oh, that's
but I saw
so
a TikTok
funny.
video of someone saying, oh, it's actually not like that at all. So I was like, oh, disappointing. But no, I'd like to go. It's like celebrity hotspot in it, LA.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the dream factory. That's where everything is, and that's where everybody goes. And
I'd like to go to Vegas as well.
Oh, I've been to Vegas. It's very cool, very nice.
It looks very cool.
Yeah, we stayed at the Venetian, and it was really really nice. And it's like the Italian.
I've heard of that.
It's like being in Venice. That's like it's like a
I
Venice thing in Italy.
I think I know what that is.
Yeah.
Is this the one where where Elvis stayed or performed or something?
Or
is that a different one?
It's probably a different one, but he's probably like performed at different. I'm gonna find out now. Different places. No, you're good, but if you ever go, you're not far from. You got to go to the. You got to go to the Hoover Dam.
The Hoover. Oh, I remember learning about this in high school.
Yes. Did you know that was built in the? I want to say it was the 20s or 30s. I can't remember which one.
Great Depression afterwards, I think.
Right. And it put a lot of people to work and stuff, and got the nation more
you just unlocked a memory for me that I'd totally forgotten about.
Well, I'll give you something. Cool. I don't know if you know this or not, but it's made out of concrete, and the concrete that they poured back then is still not cured. Did you know that?
Really?
It's like still not. Yeah, they use so much that it still is not. Everything's not where it should be. It's all like there's some parts insane. Where it's wet. It's like, or not wet, but you know what I'm saying. It's like it's not where it would it.
Wow.
The final product, it's still kind of like they use that much concrete over all these years. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So it was built during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was I think to introduce jobs. I think. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. I hadn't thought about that in about 10 years.
It was so big. It was such a big project that they literally bypassed the Colorado River, which runs in that area. They like that's what runs into it and into the dam. They rerouted it so they could build this dam, and then they made it go back to the like. How do you like you rerouted a river? I mean, it's like
it's insane. I'm looking at pictures of it now. It's
crazy.
I'd love to go and visit the Grand Canyon at some point as well.
And that's not far away either. You can
from you.
No, from Vegas. It's right there.
I see.
Yep. When we
so much I haven't been to see in America.
There's so much I haven't seen in America and I live here. I live here.
It's making me want to go on holiday so badly.
Yeah,
I haven't been abroad since 2017.
Oh wow. Yeah, you got to get on that.
I know. Hey, I just not had a chance. Been busy.
Well, then you know what you could do. You come to America and you could go to like 3 or 4 different cities and you could do the street perform in those cities and you could
are you allowed to do it?
Yeah.
Do a lot of people do it in the US?
Oh, absolutely. If they listen, I'm not knocking anybody, but if they can beg for money on the streets, they can play a guitar and
this is
sing.
True.
I mean, I would much rather have that than someone who is. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I got nothing against somebody asking for help, but it's the same people over and over and over, and I'm like,
I know what you mean.
It's like, what do you like? If we get you help, and so I'll give you an example. I was in Orlando one day, and I was doing a photo shoot. I did a little bit of photography, and I'm downtown Orlando. This guy comes up, and he's like, hey, can you got a little, some money or something? And I literally didn't have any money. I was like, I have my debit card, and I was like, man, I got no cash on me, man. And this is before like Cash App, and so like I could maybe send you a couple bucks on Cash App. No, and he was like, come on, man, like seriously. And I'm like, I was like, sir, I promise you, I have no money. Like I was about to pull my wallet out and show him, and I said, but right down the street.
Also, you shouldn't be apologizing for
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I felt bad because I'm like, hey, look, I get it that there are people that are down on their luck, and bad things happen, and I get it, and I want to help people. But if I have nothing to give you, I have nothing to give you. And
but you guys are way more generous than us Brits. Like you guys have tipping culture as well. We don't have tipping culture here. Like,
oh really?
I say not at all. You here, you tip if you have exceptional service. But I know the wages for waiting staff are lower, so you guys obviously there is a big tipping culture over the pond. But it's a kind of like we don't do it to the extreme here. You only really tip if you get exceptional service.
I'm gonna lead you in a little secret. I wasn't a really big tipper when I was growing up. My 20s till like probably like about 5-6 years ago. I just felt like if I sat down in a restaurant and I had a good experience, yes, I understand that. But like when I even like a to-go order, I would not. And I wouldn't give them, like, I tip now, like, if I go to a restaurant and I get a to-go order, I'm not even sitting down there. I will throw a couple bucks their way.
Well, it's kind of expected in the US, isn't it?
That's the problem. It's expected now. If I want to give it to you, it's my priority. It's my money.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Well, that's how we feel here.
Right. But I also understand the concept that, like, I started looking at it like this, like, I want to give people just a little bit of love. Like that's my little bit of a little love thing. Just like, if it's a couple bucks here, it's a couple bucks there. After a while that'll add up. Maybe somebody else will be generous as well, and maybe or maybe they won't.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Because like I tip like when I go, but when I go at like most places, unless I had terrible service, and then I won't. But if the service was just okay or it was good, I'll tip most of the time. But I only really feel like that because my job relies on tips from people. So it's kind of like giving a bit back. You know what I mean? And my mum can't understand it because she grew up in a time where you held on to your money and charity starts at home and all of this, but. So she can't understand why when I go and pick up a takeaway, I'll tip a couple of pounds. But I try and explain. I'm like, well, it's because people are so kind to me when my whole income relies on tips. So that's why I do it. But there's other people like there's people in Britain who feel very strongly about not tipping because they feel like waiting staff get paid a good amount. They get paid what they get paid, and that shouldn't be on us to But it's just different in all areas of the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
for real.
I get it, and that's the thing is a lot of people when it's expected, it's not as. To me, it's not as. I guess when it's like Christmas. If somebody expected a gift from you, then it's not as. I know it's not about the gift; it's the giver. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about you giving somebody something because you want to. But when somebody's expecting it, it just takes it away from. Like
I know what you mean.
The whole thing, you know.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I know it's just it gets to where you're like, going back to that story where that guy was like, "Hey, there's a church down the street. They can help you." And he's like, "Man, let me tell you something about churches." And I'm like, "Whoa, hey, I'm just trying to help you out, bro." Like,
but that happens here as well. You get people kind of like all the time. I'll get people coming up and saying like, "Oh, can I have £1? Can I have £2?" And I used to, but as horrible as it sounds, and it does sound really horrible, if you give to one person, they tell all the friends, and then you're in a bit of you're stuck then. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's kind of like you end up giving all your money away. So I just have to be firm now and say, no, I'm sorry. Right. But then they will often get quite angry at you.
Right.
Because you're not, but it's kind of like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm with you on that one. But I try and help out where I can. It's just not all the time.
Right.
You can accommodate, can you? But
right. I remember you saying a minute ago. You said when you were talking about your career, you said I don't want to try to be famous. But what does Amy want to experience, or what is her goal for 2026?
Just to do more venue shows, really, because obviously I've been street performing for the past 4 to 5 years. So it'd been, I've got an amazing team now, Christine and Richard, who you spoke to, and they are just amazing. They both started off as viewers of mine, and I won't go into it, but I had a really terrible experience with another management company last year, and I felt that I was really done over by that. And Christine and Richard, who were long-time viewers, turned into friends, stepped in and said, well, why don't we help you? And they're just fantastic. So they've been helping me to move on to stage performances and actual venue stuff rather than just street performance, which is nice. It's nice, I'll always have time for my street performing because it's my roots. It's how I started, and I love it, especially when it's nice weather. But we've managed to get on a main stage slot for a UK festival this year, and we're also doing a show in a shop called HMV in the UK. So we're just moving into venues and seeing where that takes us. It'd be nice to give people some actual firm dates that they can come and watch me perform, rather than just kind of saying, if the weather's good, I might be down here today if the weather's good, and just getting a bit more professional about it.
That's cool. Yeah. Do you think have you, or do you think you're going to make? Will there be like any kind of a CD? Like I say CD. I'm dating myself here. Any kind of recordings, I would say, like an album or anything. Do you have anything lined up for
sure. That? So I've been dropping singles over kind of the last half a year, and I'll keep dropping. I've got like an EP's worth of music to drop basically, but I'm doing what they call the waterfall effect, where you just drop a single every couple of months. It maximizes interest, and then you drop the whole album or EP. So really looking forward to that. I don't have a name for it yet. I'm still in the works with that, but all the music is done and ready to go. So I'll be getting physical CDs printed obviously once that's ready, and we got merch on the way and everything. So exciting.
Very cool.
Very exciting.
Who is someone that you when you're growing up, who was somebody that you like either emulated or you idolized? What was it?
Amy Winehouse, absolutely. Yeah. Amy Winehouse. Easy answer. I feel like a lot of artists say that. She's just one in a million.
Yeah, it's tragic what happened to her. She's very talented.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
it's one of those things. It's like all the majority of the good ones are something either horrific happens or it just
Yeah.
doesn't end well for them, and it's unfortunate.
It is, and it's this is part of why I don't think that fame is something that I particularly want or need,
Yeah,
because I just think you see all these stars, Justin Bieber, who else? Like, well, Justin Bieber's the main one. It's just the way that the industry has treated him, and the way that it's affected him mentally, and
yeah,
since he's become an adult man, it's unfathomable. And you see people like Amy Winehouse and Marilyn Monroe, and God, I can't think off the top of my head. Just fame is just, they all say it's a burden, and they
oh
don't
yeah,
like it. And obviously there's pros. You get to be rich, you get to the prestige, but at what cost?
right.
I'd just rather make music that people like and be sort of semi well known. Fame and I know that probably sounds a bit like hoity toity, but fame is just not an aspiration for me. I just want to make music that people like.
Yeah, no, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that it's all about what you want to do. I mean, you have that you pull the switch on how and what you want to do, like
Yeah.
how famous or how noticed you want to be, and it all goes back to that what you do every day consistently. I mean, the
Yeah.
more you put your name out there, the more I learned. I went to this podcast convention thing, and they said, "Hey, do you want to be famous, or do you want your brand to be famous? Like, not famous, but
Yeah.
recognized."
No, but
And
yeah, totally.
yeah, and it's like, do you put, like, if you have a brand and there's a logo? So I have a logo with mine, but I've started to put my face with a brand, and I guess I'm like, I really can't decide right now. Do I want people to recognize me, or do I just want
Yeah.
people to know the show? You know what I
It's
mean?
kind of, yeah, it's a difficult one, because to
Yeah,
promote your brand, you've kind of got to put your face to it a lot of the time,
yeah,
because people won't attach to people won't attach to a faceless brand unless you're very rich already or
yeah,
very lucky.
yeah,
So it is difficult. I've had the same thought process with mine.
yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know the band Three Doors Down?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Okay, so their lead singer just passed away not too long ago, Brad Arnold, and he has a song called "If I Could Be Like That," and it's the premise of the song, and I'll never forget this song ever because, growing up, that's all you want to do is
Yeah.
be famous. You want to be famous. You want to be famous, and you watch people on TV, and you go, man, if I could be like that, I would give anything. And then just to be one day in their shoes, and if what would you give up to be that person? And then coincidentally, or just coincide with if you flip the coin, that person that's famous is like, hey, I just want to be normal. And
Honestly,
it's
yeah.
a great song because you don't see both sides, because you're just looking at, it's like you're looking in from the window into a party, and you go, man, I'd like to be at that party, but there's somebody at that party that's like, I think it's time to go home. Like, I'm ready to
You
go home.
always want what you don't have.
Absolutely.
And I
And then
think the real bad thing about fame is once you've got it, there's no going back from it either.
true, and there's a lot of sacrifices that people give up in order to be famous. Not only just like,
Yeah.
they give up their privacy, they give up their lifestyle. Like, if they have a family, they gotta
You'd
sacrifice the
never
family.
feel safe again, would
Yeah,
you?
no,
It's
no,
like
and that's the thing. Just
it just sounds like hell on earth to me. I'm an extremely anxious person. I have OCD, and I just would not cope. I'd just be
yeah,
constantly thinking, "Oh my God, what if someone's like going to kill me? What if like,
yeah, and
what
and
if
because you never
yeah,
know, you never know.
No,
I mean,
and there's a lot of loonies out there.
yeah, I'm sure that there's plenty of celebrities that ended up getting hurt by someone that was the last thing they thought of. You know, that
Oh
was.
yeah, do you remember Christina Grimmie?
I've heard the name.
She died in Florida. So
Oh,
I thought you might know her.
that's right. That's right. You're right. And
Yeah,
because the reason why it just hit me because
yeah.
not long after that was the
The
big nightclub
shooting at
shootout.
the
Yes,
Pulse.
at
Yeah,
Pulse.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
that's right.
Yeah.
That was the same
Um,
like right in the same area.
I remember the name because I remember when it happened, and I used to be a big fan of her. She was just she was a singer that started on YouTube, and yeah, just a loony fan. He wasn't
Yeah.
from Florida; he was from somewhere else,
No.
and he travelled to come and see her show, I believe. And when she was at in doing a show in Florida, and he travelled from wherever he was from, and he just shot her just because he just I don't know, just lunatic, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but then the nightclub thing happened shortly afterwards. I remember I was at work and I remember reading it on the news and being like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
awful!"
Yeah.
Cried my eyes out.
Yeah. It's devastating to hear people that, especially, you know what I mean. Obviously when anybody is attacked like that, but especially
Yeah,
when they're at their most vulnerable, like somebody's performing or they're just letting loose and having a good time, and then all of a sudden they've got to. It's like, you know, how hard is it to live in your life looking over your shoulder the whole time? You know, you don't want to.
honestly. And
Kind
she
of
was
life is
not
like.
like she wasn't extremely famous either. She
Right.
was kind of well, she was semi-famous, but she wasn't like a massive household name.
Right.
So
Right.
it can
Right. Right.
truly happen to anybody. You know, it happens
Right.
to live streamers who are not super well known, and it's just luck of the draw, I guess. Whenever you put yourself out online.
Well, you know, there was an incident where this guy was not FaceTime. He went Facebook Live, and it was like a gang situation, and the guy, this gang pulled up and just, I don't know if it was a single shooter or it was multiple shooters, but they shot him while he was Facebook Live, and like they
Oh
knew
my
where he
God.
was because of the Facebook Live.
And they
So
didn't.
it's like, and it
It
was
was
just
like
yeah,
a gang thing.
yeah,
Like
it had to be some kind of gang related, like, but
that's
he's out there,
awful.
hey, I'm FaceTime live, I'm Facebook Live and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
they just pull up and they literally like he was out in the open. There was nothing that he could have
that's
done. It's
crazy.
it's crazy.
There's a
So
lot of gang stuff in the UK actually. A
really,
lot. I don't know if people who aren't from the UK know that, but yeah, we have big problems with gangs and knife crime
oh wow,
because we don't have guns in the UK, but the knife crime is a huge problem here.
wow.
Sorry, I've made the conversation so
No, no,
dark,
no, no, no. Because I mean,
but we
no, but
really
it's
do. We've got
no, but
problems.
it's real. It's real though. It's we
Yeah.
don't know these things. It's like,
We
you
have
know,
boxes in our local town centres, big metal boxes that say deposit your knife here. Basically, like come and hand it in before we find it on you, and they're everywhere in cities. These boxes, and people can just go and drop the knives and the weapons in before they use them.
that literally sounds like and this is just sheer coincidence, but have you ever seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
No,
Oh my gosh, Amy, you got okay,
I've not
okay.
watched a lot of classic films. I've got a lot I need to
So
do.
at the end, there's this big wedding scene, right, with with the sheriff of Nottingham. He's gonna marry Maid Marian, and Kevin
Yeah.
Costner is Robin Hood, right? So and it's like security is like high because they're also having a hanging, like they're gonna hang
Ah,
like
right.
people from the Sherwood Forest that they had captured, and they know Maid Marian knows them. So that was the sheriff of Nottingham's gift to her. Like, here's your wedding gift, and we're gonna execute these people, whatever. So, anyways, the plan was to save those people, right? So that's the whole gist of the end, and to save Maid Marian. Well, there's a guy out front, and his accent, he goes, "No blades, no bows. Leave your weapons here.
I do know that. I've seen that before. And that was quite a good accent you just did there.
So thank you. So when I was at Magic Kingdom, we had an area. It used to be 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, like the boat ride, right? And then it closed, and they had it closed for like 8 years, and they did nothing with it. So people that had not been there for a while, they would come, and we turned it into a character location. And so I was at the front gate of the old attraction, and my line was, "No ride, no show. Leave your strollers here."
That really rings a bell.
Yes,
as if I've seen it on TikTok or something.
So the guy was there checking the weapons at the at the gate, like, "No blades, no bows. Leave your weapons here."
I can totally picture you working at Disney.
Yeah. Well, that's
totally.
that, and I don't know why I thought of that, but I was like, "No ride, no show. Leave your strollers here." That was my job. You couldn't let strollers in, so I was like, "This ain't a ride. This ain't a show. Leave your strollers here."
It sounds like a dream job. Genuinely, I'd love to work at Disney.
It was, and then, I just had a better opportunity to go and do something better, and I look. I can never say anything bad about it because,
otherwise they'll send you. No.
Yeah, my show just get cut. No, I'm just kidding. No, it made me who the person I am today. Like seriously, like I'm punctual. I'm on time for things because of Disney. Because if I wasn't punctual, I was considered late, and they dock you. They give you a point system, and they go, if you're late, you get a half a point, and then these points add up. And that automatically, like after
they've got to be on the ball, haven't they?
Right. Well, they got so many employees that they got to have them there on time. But I learned that. I learned how to be, a better person because you're dealing with diversity. You're dealing with all these people. And living where I live, I never met the people that I met until I went over to Disney. And it was just like a culture shock. Like just little things you pick up. And you're like even this is going to sound really bad, and I don't mean it that way, but someone with a disability, right? Like say somebody, there's someone who can't see, they're blind, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
You don't say there's a blind guy. You say there's a guy who is blind.
Wait, what?
You say there's a guy that is blind. You don't say there's a blind guy.
They teach us that.
Yeah, they teach us that.
Oh, so it's more inclusive.
You don't put the disability before.
It's the little thing that's how they keep the
that's what
the
I'm
whole, saying. It's just the detail and everything.
And I wasn't being and just by saying that the way I've always grown up, like there's a blind guy.
Well, that's what anyone would say. There's a blind guy.
I mean, it's even in the Bible. There's a blind man. The blind man, blah blah blah. Yeah. Well, you just automatically you have this notion.
But when you
of
really
this
think
is how it
about
goes.
it. Yeah, it shouldn't it shouldn't come first when you think about it.
But it's a little bit different when that blind man is sitting there, or the guy who is blind is standing right there in front of you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then it's a little more respectful when you say that. You know, and I can't tell you how many times I've caught myself like someone who on the same realm where the guy there'll be a guest who can't see, and the first thing you say. Normally, when you say to any other guest, you go, "Hey guys, come on in and look around." And then you go, "Crap." That's not what I meant to say, but I'm so used to saying it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then you feel horrible, and then they're like, "Man, it's all good." Just
sounds very stressful.
But you end up apologizing for no reason. Right. It is very
scared in case you get a point on you.
Yeah. Would you like? Hey, don't miss anything in this room. You're like, what? Just little things like that you pick up on. You just go, you know what? Yeah. I need to pay attention a little more.
Well, it's just like the very professional kind of way they've got to do things.
Well, with that, we will just go ahead and close it. And hey, Amy, I really appreciate your time. I hope you had a great time on the Goblay show.
I did. It's been fantastic talking to you, and thank you for having me.
You're
the
welcome.
time has flown by.
It has flown by, and I've learned a little bit about where you are, and you've learned about a little bit about where we are, and
you've made me want a holiday to the US now.
I'm serious. If you decide to do that, then you are more than welcome. You got to let me know. You better send me a message, and
I will.
I'll tell you where to go. But
for sure, I will keep in contact.
Amy, I wish you the best. Lots of success for 2026, and I'd love to have you on some other time. We'll do this again sometime if you're willing.
Same to you. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
and have a good night.
And I'll see you on TikTok.
See you on there.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have. I want to thank my special guest, Amy, Alex, and you can follow her on TikTok and check out all her beautiful sounds and playing the guitar right on the streets of the UK. And also want to thank our sponsors. Without your help, this is not possible. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.